Welcome to Auto Foresight. Between the base trim and the flagship, there is a price gap most buyers discover only after they have already made their decision. That gap often contains the one feature that made the car worth considering: the all-wheel drive system, the higher-powered motor, or the capability that the brochure implied came standard. For anyone who has been watching the compact SUV segment try to close that gap, the 2027 Kia Seltos Hybrid arrives as a direct response. The question the spec sheet does not fully answer is this: does the e-AWD system in the top trim deliver genuine traction when the battery runs low, or does it retreat to front-wheel behavior at exactly the moment a driver needs it most? The 2027 Kia Seltos Hybrid is the first hybrid variant the Seltos line has ever offered. That timing matters. Car Expert reports that Kia is previewing an Australian strategy where hybrid powertrains become the primary option across this segment, replacing the naturally aspirated 2-liter engine that has carried volume sales for most of the model's life. The Seltos sits in the compact SUV class alongside rivals including the Toyota Corolla Cross and Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. Its hybrid system places it in a different efficiency conversation than the turbocharged petrol variants, while the e-AWD configuration in the higher trim puts it in direct comparison with mechanically driven all-wheel drive systems that buyers in camping and rural markets have traditionally trusted. What makes the Seltos Hybrid's timing unusual is not just that it arrives as a hybrid, is that it arrives as Kia's first hybrid in this model line with a feature set that includes something no previous Seltos has carried. That detail surfaces in the powertrain section. According to Car Expert and Kia's press office, the Seltos Hybrid uses a 1.6-liter petrol hybrid system. In two-wheel drive configuration, that system produces 154 PS, roughly 113 kilowatts. Step up to the e-AWD variant, and the combined output rises to 178 PS, or 131 kilowatts. The difference between those two figures reflects the addition of a rear electric motor, which handles the rear axle independently of the front. That architecture, a front combustion hybrid system paired with a separate rear electric motor, is what the e-AWD label describes. In plain terms, the rear wheels receive drive through electricity rather than a mechanical driveshaft connecting front to rear. The practical consequence is that the system can distribute torque between axles faster than a conventional mechanical setup, because electric motors respond in milliseconds. For wet road departures or loose surface traction, that response speed is a genuine advantage. The question planted at the start of this video is worth addressing directly here. What happens to the rear axle when the buffer battery runs low? The 1.6-liter hybrid system uses an air-cooled lithium-ion buffer battery. This is a high-cycle unit designed to accept and release charge continuously as the combustion engine runs. Unlike a plug-in hybrid, it does not depend on a large stored reserve. The system regenerates continuously while driving. Kia's press information does not publish a precise floor threshold for e-AWD engagement, but the architecture is designed to maintain hybrid function across the drive cycle rather than deplete a fixed charge. For buyers planning extended off-road use or repeated low-speed traction events, that distinction is worth understanding before making a trim decision. The 2027 Seltos Hybrid rides on the K3 modular platform, shared with the Kia Niro and the Kona. The wheelbase extends to 2,690 millimeters, 60 millimeters longer than the outgoing model. For rear seat passengers, that difference is noticeable. For cargo, Kia confirms 536 liters of boot space with seats in place, a practical figure for a compact SUV used as a primary family vehicle. The interior architecture uses Kia's CC&C system, delivering a total display area of 24.6 inches across a widescreen layout. An AI assistant powered by ChatGPT integration is present in the system. Whether voice assistant functionality in a moving vehicle proves genuinely useful or mostly decorative is a question the segment has been working through for 3 years. The Seltos Hybrid does not resolve it, but it does include it. The technology headline for the 2027 Seltos Hybrid is not the display size or the voice assistant. Is the V2L function, vehicle to load. Kia's press office confirms this is the first time the Hyundai Motor Group has offered V2L functionality in a hybrid, as distinct from a plug-in hybrid or a full battery electric vehicle. V2L means the car can discharge electricity from its onboard system to power external devices. In plain terms, it can run equipment, a coffee machine, portable lighting, small power tools, directly from a standard outlet built into the vehicle. The confirmed output capacity from Kia's press release is what buyers in the Australian camping market have been asking about specifically. Forum discussions on Car Expert note that whether the Seltos can sustain a 1,200-watt appliance without engine intervention is a genuine open question ahead of the full specification release. The hardware is confirmed. The sustained output ceiling under real conditions is still to be detailed. For a hybrid, not a plug-in, not a full EV, V2L is a meaningful differentiator. Most hybrids in this segment do not offer it at any trim level. Car Expert reports that UK pricing and full specification details are expected ahead of a Q3 2026 announcement, with Australian and United States market launches targeted for Q4 2026. The UK range is being used to preview the specification and powertrain mix that Australian buyers will see, which is itself a signal of how Kia is sequencing the global rollout. Official pricing for the Australian or United States market has not yet been confirmed. UK figures have not yet been published. The Seltos Hybrid replaces the 2-liter non-turbo petrol as the volume powertrain in most markets, which places it at a price point that will need to compete directly against the Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid and, in select markets, the updated Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. What the 2027 Seltos Hybrid signals is not just a new powertrain option in a familiar nameplate. Is Kia marking a specific direction for how this segment gets sold in markets like Australia, where the hybrid-only strategy is not yet announced, but is clearly being prepared? Three things arrive together in the same product window: the first-ever Seltos Hybrid, the first V2L function in a Hyundai Motor Group hybrid, and a platform extension aimed directly at buyers who currently choose body-on-frame rivals for camping utility. Whether that combination earns the trust of buyers who have relied on mechanical four-wheel drive systems for genuine off-road and traction use, or whether it remains primarily a fuel economy story dressed in an e-AWD badge, is one of the more consequential questions this segment will answer over the next 18 months. If you follow how these powertrain transitions develop across the compact SUV class, Auto Foresight covers them each week. Tell us in the comments which upcoming model you are most curious about.